welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Unit 2 Current Electricity, and today we are going to talk about the resistances connected in series and the resistances connected in parallel. We will also talk about the branch current which the resistances will have while they are connected in parallel. So let us dive into the article, and first of all let us discuss the resistances in series. So when we talk about the resistances in series, we will consider three resistors R1, R2 and R3 connected in series combination. How can we say that these resistors are connected in series? And the answer to this question is that now these resistors are connected in such a way that there is no way for current to change its route. As current is not going to change its route, therefore we are having these resistors connected in series. So let us say we have connected this combination with the source of direct EMF, that is DC voltage supply. So we have attached a battery with these resistors. Now these resistors are connected in series, and they are connected in series because same current is going to flow through these resistors. Now if these resistors are connected in series, then from the formula, that is from Ohm's law, we know V is equal to IR. So I can write V is equal to I into RS. RS is indicating that the net series resistance which arises due to these three resistors which are connected in series with each other. So RS is representing total resistance of the circuit. Now we know that since same current is flowing through these resistors, because current is having no way to go, there is no other way in which the current will go. So therefore we are having these resistors connected in series, and if current is going to be same, then definitely the voltages, that is potential difference developed across these three different resistors, is going to be different. So let us say we are having V1 potential developed across the resistor of resistance R1, and then V2 potential difference developed across the resistor of resistance R2, and V3 potential difference developed across the resistor of resistance R3, such that now we can say V1 is equal to IR1, V2 is equal to IR2, and V3 is equal to IR3. So this total potential is given as V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. And now substituting the values, instead of writing V, I can say IRS, which is equal to IR1 plus IR2 plus IR3. So this is our equation which is telling us how the same current is flowing. Now we can take the I common from the right hand side. So we are having IRS is equal to I, and inside the bracket we can write R1 plus R2 plus R3, and we can cancel out I over here. So we are having an equation RS is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. So this is the equation, that is the total resistance of the resistors when they are connected in series. So this equation tells us that when the resistors are connected in series, then the total resistance just gets added up. So if we are having n number of resistors which are connected in series, then we can modify this formula as R is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3 plus and so on Rn. And if we want to write it down in the form of summation, then we can say that RS is equal to summation of I is equal to 1 to n Rn. So this is the general expression for n number of resistors connected in series. Also, if we are having n number of resistors having same resistance capital R connected in series, then the total resistance will come out to be, that is RS is equal to R plus R plus R plus and so on R, that is up to n terms we are going to write R. Therefore total resistance RS is equals to n into capital R. So this is the total resistance of the resistors when they are connected in series, such that all these resistors are having the same resistance. So when the resistors share the same resistance and are connected in series, then we can say total series resistance RS is equal to number of resistors multiplied by resistance of one resistor. So this is the expression for the resistors when they are connected in series. Now we will talk about the resistors when the resistors are connected in parallel. So in this case we will consider three resistors once again, that is R1, R2, R3. Now I will connect these resistors R1, R2 and R3 in such a way that these both the ends of these resistors are connected to each other. So this is the parallel combination which we are having for the resistors, and we will connect this parallel combination with the external source of direct EMF. So I will attach a battery with in parallel to this parallel combination. So when I have attached this battery, we can see that when I current will start flowing from the battery, then this current will be having three ways. So this current is having an option either to go to R1 resistor, either to enter R2 resistor or to enter R3 resistor. So this current is getting confused, therefore it will help itself out by dividing itself into three parts. That is, some amount of current will start flowing from R1, some amount of current will start flowing from R2, that is I2, and the other remaining current will start flowing through R3, that is I3. So I current is divided into three parts, I1, I2, I3. Therefore I can write the equation I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. So this is the equation which will help us out to develop the relation for the equivalent resistance when the resistors are connected in parallel. So as we know, these resistors are connected in parallel, therefore I can write the general expression as V is equal to IRP. Here subscript P is representing that the resistors are connected in parallel. So from here I can say I is equal to V upon RP. So let us mark this equation. And now we are having three resistors which are connected in parallel. So in parallel combination, we know that different current flows through the resistors, but same potential exists across the terminals of the resistor. So we can say V upon R1 is equal to I1, and V upon R2 is equal to I2, and V upon R3 is equal to I3. Now substituting all these values in the equation, I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. So we are having V upon RP is equal to V upon R1 plus V upon R2 plus V upon R3. And now we can take V common from right hand side. So we are having V upon RP is equal to taking V common, and inside the brackets we can write 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3, and cancelling out the V, we are left with 1 upon RP is equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3, which is the expression for the resistors when they are connected in parallel. So 1 upon RP is giving us the equivalent resistance of the resistors connected in parallel. Now if we are having n number of resistors connected in parallel, then we can say 1 upon Rp is equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3 plus and so on 1 upon Rn. And if we want to write this expression in a general form, we can write it as 1 upon Rp is equal to summation I is equal to 1 to n 1 upon R subscript I. So I is changing its value from 1 to n. So this is the expression for the resistors connected in parallel. But if we are having n number of resistors connected in parallel such that the resistance of each resistor is same, then we can say 1 upon Rp is equal to 1 upon R plus 1 upon R plus 1 upon R plus and so on 1 upon R. So in general I can say 1 upon Rp is equal to n upon R. That means total resistance Rp is equal to R divided by n. We have just taken the reciprocal because we wanted to find the equivalent resistance when equal resistors are connected in parallel to each other. So we are having Rp is equal to R divided by n. So total resistance actually decreases when the resistors are connected in parallel. Now as I told you in the beginning that we are also going to look for the branch current when the resistors are connected in parallel. So let us find the expression for the branch current when we are having resistors connected in parallel. In this case, I will consider only two resistors, R1 and R2, connected in parallel to each other, and I will make a battery which is going to send I current to the resistances R1 and R2, and this I current is going to divide itself into two parts, I1 and I2. So let us say I1 current is flowing through resistor R1 and I2 current is flowing through resistor R2. So now we have I1 plus I2 is equal to I. For parallel combination, we are aware that 1 upon Rp is equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2. Therefore, 1 upon Rp is equal to, taking the LCM, we are having LCM R1, R2, and in the numerator, we are having R2 plus R1. Therefore, Rp is equal to R1, R2 upon R1 plus R2. I have just taken the reciprocal and rearranged R1 plus R2. So we know that V is equal to IRP from the Ohm's law. So substituting the value of Rp, which we have recently calculated, that is V is equal to I R1 R2 upon R1 plus R2. Now we know that R1 and R2 are connected in parallel. Therefore, voltage across R1 and R2 is same. That means the potential difference across the terminals of resistor R1 and the potential difference across the terminals of resistor R2 is going to be same. Therefore, we can say V is equals to I1 R1, and now we know I1 is equal to V upon R1. We have already calculated the value of V, that is I R1 R2 upon R1 plus R2. So substituting the value of V in this equation, we have I1 is equal to 1 upon R1 multiplied by I. Inside the brackets, I will write R1 R2 upon R1 plus R2 and cancelling out R1. So we are having an equation I1 is equal to I R2 upon R1 plus R2. So this is the branch current which is flowing from the resistor of resistance R1. So I1 is that branch current which is flowing through the resistor of resistance R1. Now similarly, we can calculate the branch current I2 which is flowing through the resistor of resistance R2. In this case, we are having V is equal to I2 R2, and we are interested in calculating the value of I2. So therefore, I have I2 is equal to V upon R2. Once again, I will substitute the value of V in this equation. Therefore, I can say I2 is equal to 1 upon R2 multiplied by I into R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2. So here I can cancel R2. So I am left with I2 is equal to I R1 upon R1 plus R2. So this is the final expression for the branch current, that current which is flowing through the resistor of resistance R2. So this is all about today's article, and I hope you have understood this concept. If yes, then do not forget to press like, subscribe and share button, and do press the bell icon in order to get the latest notifications on my videos.